Well, the rescue operations have begun again because the government is going to look for the last two bodies, and the hope of survival of any more passengers is almost minimal. But today the search operation has been expanded. Instead of one drone, today 3 drones are going to be used, and the area has been expanded, trying to look for the mortal remains of 2 more passengers who were on board. And here at the hospital where we are, the process of handing over bodies, which started yesterday, will probably be completed by today. As you can see just behind me, an army truck. So army is going to fly out 50 mortal remains of 50 people, because these bodies were not identified, because as we remember from those visuals that the plane caught fire and some of the people got burnt, and that's why the bodies can't be identified, because they are charged. So these bodies will be taken to Kathmandu, the capital, where the DNA testing will be done, and each family's 2 members are allowed to go to Kathmandu in the army plane with pictures of their loved ones, so that they can be further identified via DNA testing, and maybe in a few days from now they will be able to take the mortal remains of their families home. Pandang.
How are the families of the victims coping, Rawinda?
Well, it has been a difficult time for them, and it's quite an unfortunate accident which happened, especially because a lot of people were coming home. There was a festival on the 14th of January, and most of the people were coming home on taking leave, because they worked in Kathmandu and they were coming back. Some families were getting together for festivities, and suddenly this particular accident happened, and they get the news of their families, just like family members. In some families there are 4, in some families there are 8 people who have passed away in this accident. In certain people were coming from abroad for celebrations and for their winter holidays, and suddenly the sad news has really shaken most of the families of these victims. And we were talking to some people yesterday that the wait and the delay in actually handing over the bodies is something which is bothering them. They are frustrated waiting here, because it's also winters, it's cold, and yesterday evening also people were waiting. Today early morning they are back again. So hopefully today they will be able to take the mortal remains of their relatives back home, to be able to give them a final sent-off. And at the same time, all these official duties or the official nitty-gritties have to be completed. And especially, some foreign nationals, like some Indian nationals who were here, we were speaking to them. The government is not handing over the body here, even though it has been identified, because it has international ramifications. So they will be handed over the bodies only in Kathmandu. So now all of them are preparing to go to Kathmandu in a short while from now, and probably after that there will be a closure for these families. But definitely it's a big loss for all the families who've lost their loved ones. Pandang.
Thank you very